Hello LAP, this is Brandon Reisinger coming to you with your Chairman's Report. We'll start off with the order bank. The Escape is at 27,866. The Corsair at 2,726 for a total of 30,592. As of right now, we look to remain on an 8-hour schedule. Hopefully we'll stop getting affected by this weather here pretty soon. I'd like to see an end to that, and I'm sure all of you all would as well. Everybody should have filed their unemployment for last week. That opened up on Sunday. Technically, the deadline is Wednesday, but because we don't have a layoff week this week, I think, based off of what I've seen the past couple times, if you have not requested, it'll probably still let you do that today. So if you haven't, make sure you get that done. If it was your waiting week last week, then you're going to need to take a screenshot of the waiting week date on your account online to labor and fill out a sub card. Make sure you get that done, or you'll be waiting on your sub and it's not going to show up. As for the people that got paid, sub is going to generate automatically. Timing on that, we did ask to get that list accelerated, so I'm hoping that we'll see it next week, but if it doesn't happen that way, based on the way that it happens historically, we'll see it probably a week from this coming Tuesday. So that should be paying out around then if it's not sooner. A lot of rumors flying around on the floor. I don't even know that I'd even call it a rumor at this point. If the stock drivers have been posting some pictures as well. The calendar is showing no stock protection on the Fridays in the second quarter in April, May, and June. We had a decent size fleet order that got pulled out of the second quarter. They were talking about doing a couple of down weeks, and it was decided to, rather than do down weeks, to do 4-day weeks. So basically, instead of having a couple of layoffs, what we're going to do is we're going to have some Fridays that aren't scheduled. Obviously, just like always, that's tentative. Things could change between now and then, but because it is on the calendar and it is out on the floor, I wanted to kind of give everybody where it's at right now. The plans for those weeks, everybody's asking, is it 4x8 or 4x10? That is not a 4x10 schedule. A lot of our vendors can't support a 4x10 schedule, which is why we haven't moved to that at some point sooner, even though we've talked about it. If we're going to be on a 4x8, now I can sit here and tell you that could end up looking like a 4x8.5 or something along those natures. If we've lost some units that we need to make up, something like that. But the plan is a 4x8. That being said, I can't sit here and guarantee you that you're going to be off every Friday for those months either. We are still on a 5x8 for all intents and purposes contractually and in the system on our DROTs. So if something happens that they need us to run on a Friday, they will still have that capability. Still need to sit down with the company and kind of hammer out some details on what that's going to look like as far as notification and letting people know timeline wise if a Friday is going to be scheduled or not. But we are working on it. Profit sharing, don't forget, is going to pay out March 13th. Also, don't forget that if you're wanting to adjust your withholdings that go into your TESPI, you've got until February 28th at 4 p.m. to do that. So if you don't have anything going in, you want to put something in, you've got something going in and you don't want to do that this year, that's the deadline to be able to adjust that. If you're wanting to do it, make sure you do it here pretty soon. You can do that on any of the implant computers, or you might actually be able to do it on your cell phone now. It's on the PayStub site. If you go into the PayStub site, there is a spot in there where you can go to it and choose your profit sharing elections, and make sure you get that done. Only the other thing that I've got is notification that the union meeting's coming up. The union meeting for March is going to be on Tuesday, March 11th at the KTP Hall. And look forward to seeing you at one of those. We'll see you next week. Thanks.